one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door. You never will get where you're going if you never get up on your feet. Come on, there's a good tailwind blowing. A fast-walking man is hard to beat. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door. If you want to change your direction, if your time of life is at hand, well, don't be the rule, be the exception. A good way to start is to stand. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door.
If I want to change the reflection I see in the mirror each morn.
Oh, you do?
You mean that it's just my election?
Just that.
To vote for a chance to be reborn? You put one foot in front of the other, and soon you are walking across the floor. You put one foot in front of the other, and soon you are walking out the door. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you are walking across the floor. Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door.
Coming to you live from our top secret broadcasting bunker here at Area 52, deep in the heart of the Nevada desert. This is Pastor Mike, and I'm online, and I'm live, and I'm receiving your emails already. Somebody sent me a jockey underwear ad. I think I know why. I dealt with this in a Watchman broadcast here it's been a while. And it has to do with the triple helix. And there's if you go to Jockey's website, their logo is like 3 sixes. Okay, like intertwined, like a triple helix thing. I don't know if I have one up here. But anyway, that's what it looks like. And so, I get it. Okay. Anyway, good to be here today. Appreciate everybody's prayers, support, and understanding in the things that we're going through this week. It's a rough week. The baby, our grandbaby, this is our third grandbaby. We have one grandchild that was miscarried, and our second grandchild is little Michaela, that you hear screaming to the top of her lungs sometimes in church. And so, let me just say something about that. It's not because it's my granddaughter or anything like that. But church is family. And when you belong to a church, when you belong to a local congregation, those are all family. And there are going to be kids in there, and sometimes those kids are going to make noise. And I am not, we have a nice nursery. We have the live feed down in the nursery, so anybody who's in the nursery can see what's going on. But anyway, I don't complain as a pastor about having kids in our church. And I don't care if they're little kids or great big kids. I don't complain about that. I think that's the one of the good things of a church that a church can have. And I'm not one of these that I think the kids. We need all the children to go down into the children's church. It's more age appropriate there, and I just don't. I don't like that. When I grew up in this church, they did not shuffle me off down into children's church. We had a children's church, I think, after I became a teenager, but I never sat in it. And I'm just not the biggest fan of children's church. I sat inside the congregation of our church, and I listened to preachers, and I watched them, and I read the Bible when they read the Bible, and God was just kind of instilling that in my heart, and I had that same idea. I played a clip here, if you remember, a while back from Perry Noble, this wacky, this guy's crazy. And he describes his church services for the adults as PG-13. And basically anybody 6th grade and under cannot come into the sanctuary because he's going to talk about adult things. And I'm going, you're an idiot. You're an absolute nutcase. If you run off all the kids out of your church, put them in a different area because you're going to talk dirty to the congregation. I just don't understand that. And so anyway, so then Michaela, and then we have little baby Adeline, and I will give you an update today, sort of like a little progress report. Lindsay reports that she's holding her own. In a newborn child, you want a lot of heartbeats and you want a lot of oxygen. And that's the things that she does have going for her right now. She has a good heartbeat. Her blood pressure seems to be okay. And she's getting, her oxygen level is at 100%, which is absolutely wonderful. And she is still on a ventilator. And I don't know if maybe I can explain this a little bit. The diaphragmatic hernia that she has is, let me kind of step back here a little bit. It's the diaphragm is right in here, and it separates the lungs and the heart from the rest of your guts. And hers is herniated, which means there's a hole there on the left side, and the liver and her stomach and part of her intestines is up in this area here, and it doesn't belong there. And so it's a little bit more than what they originally were seeing on an ultrasound. Once the baby's born, they can get it under x-ray and different and just kind of take a good look and see what it is that they're dealing with. And so now they know more about what they're dealing with and what the plan of action is going to be. And we're hoping and praying that Adeline continues to improve as far as homeostasis is concerned. I learned that word in 10th grade. Just the overall general well-being of her body and everything that's working, so that they can go in and perform a surgery to put everything back in its place and tuck everything nice and neatly, and hopefully things will develop from then. It's been a very taxing time on my family, my daughter, my wife, all of my daughters. We're just emotionally wrapped up in this thing, and so it's been difficult. I came into the office yesterday, and I did some study and did a lot of praying, but I just kind of sat around and just you think about all the bad things that can happen, and that's kind of what I did yesterday. And today I basically just made myself just do the things that I've done today. I recorded the Pure Bible study. That should be online shortly. I'm here today and got some very, very interesting things to talk about today. Let's see here. I actually have Lucifer, the serpent himself, on video. Okay? The serpent himself speaking on video. I have that, and we'll probably get to that here in a little bit. And I have the script for the Watchman broadcast all organized. I'll probably shoot over here in the morning and record that and get it ready for next week. I'm thinking, if it's okay with everybody, I'm thinking the week after Christmas, I might just take a week and just kind of take a week off there. I'm just kind of thinking about that, and we'll see. Barring, a nuclear bomb going off somewhere or something like that, I may just plan on doing that. But anyway, good to be here with you today. I am scanning over the Drudge Report. By the way, I am online and I am live and interactive. If you would like to reach me during this live broadcast, you see how my face just lights up, okay? Just the thought of people talking to me just lights me up. You can reach me through Watchman community. I am there now, and people are already starting to send some emails my way, and I appreciate that. That just makes for sometimes a little bit more interesting show. Let me tell you, I went to Drudge Report today and tell you some things that I find fairly interesting. And this is an article that Drudge Report, the headlines on Drudge Report sometimes are a little different than what the article points out, but here is what you'll see if you pull up Drudge Report. Over on the right-hand side, bill allows indefinite detention without trial. And then underneath that, Obama demanded law apply to U.S. citizens. By the way, that just reminds me of something. If somebody downstairs is listening to me right now, I need you to bring up my Christmas present that Roy and Bonnie got for me. I left it down in my office, and I want to show I am proud of this. I want to show everybody my Christmas present. And there's a bunch of people downstairs, and I'll know if they're listening or not by whether or not I get a Christmas present up here in the next 5 minutes. But anyway, here's some of the headlines that are going on with this new bill. I hear somebody coming. I know they're listening right now. This is from, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on this because you've got to see my Christmas present. Okay, so hang on 1 second. I'm gonna hang on here. All right, here we go. Thanks, Gary. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. All right. Roy and Bonnie got me this yesterday. Roy and Bonnie, they're